Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 15 with your host, or not 15, 17, with your host, Hardtruck1. Hello everyone, welcome back to the farm. If you're wondering why there's a big gap between the first video and this video, is well, I had an issue with a mod that I was using. I think I've got the issue done and everything. Or fixed and everything. Maybe, hopefully, I can keep going now. But anyway, the problem with the mod problem was not a major issue, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So, all right. So, where we left off last time is I believe we've got some of our equipment to the farm. Now I'll show you what additions I got. So I bought this tractor and this plow. We actually own these two items. And the reason why I bought these two is because when we go to get the harvest done, if I'm following real life rules, not Giants rules, when you're doing with root crops or any type of thing like that, root crops, corn, anything like that, the best thing to do with those types of crops is to plow the ground to replant, because that is, and the reason for that is there is a lot more, you get more nutrition for those if you flip the ground and everything. So that's why we have a plow, because since we're going to be dealing with nothing but potatoes and sugar beets, we need to have a plow so that we can plow the ground, then we can disc it, and then we can go ahead and plant. Okay. So that's why I have the plow. Now the other machine that you saw over here, the combine, I actually just rented this combine so that we can get all of the grain crops off of all the fields and anything that we need, and then we can replant with potatoes. Because I'll show you on the map, as it stands right now, there's only one field that actually has potatoes on this entire map. The rest of them have pretty much grain crops or seed crops, and everything. And to show you, most of the crops have come in ready to harvest. So except for the radishes, they're still growing. So we're gonna start way up here. I believe this is field 1 up here. We're going to go up way up here on field 1, and we're going to start basically coming all the way down to the bottom. I'll probably do most of the field 1 with you, and then I'll probably do a lot of the fields off camera. Maybe cut back into about the middle here, or start another episode about the middle, do some of these. We might do some off-field work and stuff, but then I'll cut off and I'll continue doing the rest of it until we get to the start. And then after we get all of this cleared up, I believe probably I'm only going to do, since this is rather still a big map, I'm probably only going to do like maybe these 3 fields here, maybe this field, the field out front, maybe this large field here, because this is still pretty quite a large map for one person to go. But in this episode, I think, or in this series, I think we're just going to I think we're going to focus more on the root crops since hardly anybody focuses on them. And then we're going to maybe get into pigs then, since I really don't, I mean, I've touched bases with pigs on this map, or in Farming Sim a little bit in 2015 when the mod was introduced for them, and just very, very, very little in 17 here. So, I mean, we've done logging, we've done grain crops, we've done quite a bit of a little bit of everything, except for the one things that I've mentioned. Now I have a little bit of a plan. I plan to go as long as I can with this season of 17. But as that I am actually getting into 17 quite late, I already hear speculation that 19 is already is going to be coming out. So I don't know when or if it's going to come out. You know what? I think I lost. Oh yeah, I went the wrong way. Whoopsie. I guess we'll turn around in the sawmill. In the sawmill's driveway. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we'll just start right here with, let's see, that's potatoes. We don't have the equipment for potatoes right now. You know what? We'll just start right here with 17. Move this so I can pick it up. For a minute. We'll just start with 17. 17 looks like a good enough field to start with. I was going to start on 27, or 23, but I think this one will work. So, I guess the deal, my ultimate goal with 17 is just to maybe see if I can match the same amount of, time that I did with 15. And then not only that, but also, oh, hi. I did not realize you were there, stupid car. Here. I'm going to pull forward, you go by. Thank you very much. So we can get over here and get in the field before this guy. Nope. Okay. Yep. You're going to stop. Oh, right. I got to unfold the combine. And then let's get going. Alright. The straw trails are going to be okay. We're going to go ahead and probably going to probably just going to sell the straw. I mean, the straw will give us a little bit extra money instead of just putting it back on the field and everything. So anyway, so pretty much to make them small talk where we're doing the field is, how are you guys doing? If you're doing good, if you're doing good, that's great. If you're having a bad day, well, hopefully things will get better for you, and you can always have to look on the brighter side of things, even when things look down, and all that stuff. And hope you have a better day tomorrow. So I guess one of my other questions that I'm going to ask is, what games do you guys, well, not necessarily want to see on my channel, because I'm very limited to how many games I can record and everything. But I guess one of my questions would be is what kind of games are you guys looking forward to in the next 5-10 years? Because I'm pretty content with like farming sim and truck sims and stuff and everything. I don't do a whole lot of first-person shooters. I don't do a whole lot of RPGs. I don't really do a whole lot of really, I don't do a whole lot of any other type of games. I mean, I do play a wide range of games. I'm not just limited to one genre, as they call it, of games. I mean, I like all types of games. But one of the things that I'm kind of most interested to know what people want to see is, what kind of game are you looking forward to in the next 5 to 10 years? I mean, are you looking forward to more simulators like farming and trucking, or are you looking forward to more mobile-based games, or just what kind of games are you looking forward to, Jim? I guess that's what I'm asking. Me myself, I'm looking forward to seeing what Giant will come up with in 2019, or maybe another game. Because I mean, there are so many different farming games out there now that are, really, actually, truthfully, outrunning outrunning Giant. I mean, there's the new one that came out last year, the Cattle and Crops game. I watched a little bit of gameplay on it, and it looks like it's actually pushing the limits to what farming could be. There's also another one called Farmer's Destiny, or something like that, that's, pushing like a story-based style farming game, which actually looks quite interesting. But yet at the same time is kind of introducing a new style of gameplay for farming, for farming simulators and everything. So I guess mainly what I'm wondering is, how is Giant going to compete with those two that have such a nice aspect to the game? Because Cattle and Crops actually looks really cool. It's kind of an oddity game right now, because it's an odd game right now. Let's put it that way, an odd game. The fact that there is things in it that make it a better game than Giant, but kind of lacks the polish that Giant actually has. And of course, are those games going to be, right out of the box mod friendly, or are they going to be atrocious to take and try to mod? There. So anyway, so I guess one of the questions I had. So anyway, that's I think that's kind of what the question is on everybody's mind right now, is whether or not these two games are going to, are they going to push Giant to, really update their game, or is Giant just going to be like, whatever, we're not going to have, we're not threatened by any of this, so. Which, truthfully for me, I would think that Giant would actually be kind of threatened with them, because, I mean, if it comes up that these games are going to be, like, 100% better than Giant, I mean, they are going to lose quite a bit of business. I mean, they've already, the only thing that I think that the reason why Giant cannot, that Giant hasn't lost the clientele yet is due to the fact that, is probably due to the fact that Giant actually early on embraced modding. They embraced modding very, very early on. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm thinking that, Giant's not going to get suppressed by the other two just yet, is because of the fact that they latched on to the modding community early on, as to where some other games just started going, oh, okay, well, this is kind of a cool thing, cool concept, and all this other stuff. So anyway, I'm just kind of trying to talk while I boringly go over the go through and really badly try to get this field done. So, actually, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Being that I have a lot of fields to do, and I don't really have a clue what to talk about and everything while I'm doing these, I think I'm going to do an end round here. I'm just going to do an end round. Might go down once. Might go down once to the bottom, and then I'm probably just going to end the episode here, and then I'm going to go through and do most of the fields. Probably try to get down to the last field and everything for you guys, and then we can actually get into doing something different besides just watching me go around and around, even though you guys probably enjoy watching me go around and around the field and everything. but so I'll just um I'll I'll stick with you right here for a minute. We'll empty this out. We'll get our pickup truck out, which I gotta go get. That okay. Scroll down to here. Is this where the truck is? No, the truck is right there. Okay. That's a big old burly engine. Go straight here. This will lead us up to our field. Watch it pick up. Yeah, we should have came down and went that direction instead of going up over here. But, you know, that's fine. Alright, I'm going to go up through the field. Oh. Forgot about these unbreakable road signs. Kind of weird. Alright, so unload the combine. We'll go unload the combine, and then we'll probably, depending on how full the combine fills this truck, we'll just go. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go empty straight into a I think we're just gonna go dump it actually at one of these places that sells. So let's look what we got. We got barley. So barley is only being sold at the Krogs, correct? Krogs. Okay, which is just right up there. Or no. We gotta go all the way over to field 1. Okay. 54, I can go one more time before I have to go dump this. Alright. Okay, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to just continue off camera, getting all the fields prepared, or cleared off, prepared, and stuff. So I guess with that, yep, let me lower this down so you can see my character. There you go. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call this an episode. I know it's a very short episode, but I'm kind of running on a new thing of maybe just doing a few things on camera and then doing a lot of stuff off camera, just to kind of keep the ball going. I know I said a lot in my older videos that I wouldn't do this, but I'm kind of finding that if I don't do it, I either have to make really, really long episodes, or and have you guys bored, or I have to chop it up into a lot of episodes of the same thing. So I'm kind of going along the lines of this time that if anything interesting pops up, then I'll start recording and record 20, 30 minutes of video there. Um, and then once that's done, then I'll take and go ahead and start doing the stuff offline again, or off camera again. So, but anyway, that's that. And my goal, and like I said, my goal on this series is to try to either match the amount of episodes that I had with 2015, or at least or go a little further. Um, but anyway, so anyway, I'm going to call this an episode here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this episode of Farming Simulator 7, or this season of Farming Simulator 17. I know I am. And yeah, I will see you in the next episode. Laters.